The Galactic Integration Academy carried the scent of recycled air and aging authority. Cadet Mara Jennings stood at the center of the vast training hall, her boots faintly squeaking against the polished obsidian floor. Around her, 40 other human recruits stood stiff and silent. Every one of them was afraid. None of them showed it. At the front stood Instructor Vorcin, 7 feet tall, gray-skinned, with 4 massive arms folded across a chest broad enough to support a shuttle. His species, the Dry, had controlled the Galactic Integration Academy for 3 centuries. In all that time, they had never lost a trainee, and they had never been challenged. Vorcin began to pace. Each step vibrated through the floor. "Humans," he said, his translator clicking sharply between syllables. "You are the newest species admitted to this academy. You are also the weakest. Statistically, biologically, cognitively." No one moved, except Mara. "That's not accurate," she said calmly. Her voice wasn't rebellious. It wasn't emotional. It was simply corrective. The hall went so still it felt as if the oxygen had been drained from it. Vorcin turned slowly, the deliberate, unhurried movement of a predator who never needs to rush. "Cadet?" he prompted. "Sir," Mara replied, standing straight. "Humans may rank in the bottom third for physical strength. That's true. But cognitive assessments fail to measure abstract reasoning under stress, lateral problem-solving, and emotional pattern recognition." She held his gaze steadily. "Our scores appear low because the tests weren't designed for how we think." A murmur rippled through the human cadets. Someone whispered behind her, "Jen, stop." Vorcin crossed the distance in 4 heavy steps. His arm moved faster than most species could follow. The crack of his open palm against her left cheek echoed like a gunshot. Mara's head snapped to the side. She did not fall. 3 seconds passed. Vorcin watched her carefully, expecting tears, an apology, collapse. He had cataloged such reactions across 47 species over 2 centuries of instruction. Slowly, Mara turned her head back. Her cheek was red. Her eyes were dry, and she was smiling. Not kindly, but with something sharper. Something that made even Vorcin's secondary eyelids twitch. "You just made a mistake," she said quietly. "I am the instructor," Vorcin replied. "I do not make. You hit me in front of witnesses," she interrupted with precise calm. Galactic Integration Treaty, Article 14, Section 3. No enrolled cadet of a recognized sentient species shall be subjected to non-consensual physical contact by Academy personnel. Humans were granted recognized sentient status 11 months ago. She tilted her head slightly. "I read the treaty on the shuttle here. All 900 pages. The silence shifted. It felt heavier, sharper. Vorcin's forearms slowly unfolded. His gray skin darkened, the dry equivalent of a blush, though none of the humans knew that. He had led this academy for 61 years. He had never been formally cited. "You are bluffing," he said, but his voice carried less certainty now. Article 14, Section 3, Paragraph C. Mara continued evenly. "Violations are subject to review by the Galactic Council and may result in suspension of institutional certification." She paused. "I'm not bluffing, and I'm not angry. I'm giving you a chance to correct course before I file a formal grievance in the next 10 minutes. Jake Torres, broad-shouldered, usually silent, stepped forward to stand beside her. Then Lisa Hartwell. Then Devon Marsh. One by one, the human cadets stepped forward. They did not rush. They did not threaten. They simply stood together, calm, united. Vorcin stared at 41 humans who were no longer afraid. Something shifted behind his eyes. He did not apologize. His species did not possess a word for it. But the following morning, the training assessments were revised. New categories were introduced. Adaptive reasoning, crisis response, creativity, coalition instinct. Humans ranked in the top third. Mara said nothing about it. She didn't have to. She simply tied her boots, walked onto the training floor, and got to work. Some lessons don't need volume to land perfectly. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life.